Good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lover Society with me, Gert Retief. And tonight I am starting my long-awaited series on samples. And I'm super excited with the selections of samples that I got at a local store here in Belgium. And I was super excited to find this store. And I'll put a link on the description for all the nice samples that I bought from them. And so tonight I am going to start off with the first bottle in not a particular order. So as in my previous video, and I will put a link on it so that you can go look at the unboxing. So in that unboxing I said the first bottle that I picked actually for the reasons that I've heard so much about the Glen Scotia series. So I picked number 10 of the samples, the Glen Scotia 15-year-old. So I was quite looking forward to tasting this one and to give my thoughts on it. So it is a single malt. I'm just going to give it a quick pour, give it a little bit of an oxygen, save a little bit of the sample so that I can share with my friends as well to get their opinion on it as well. So sharing is caring. So on this one, it is from the Campbeltown region, and it is matured in bourbon casks and American oak. So I expect to find a little bit of the fruity notes, which I love. I love the apple notes for the people that have watched my videos. So quite interested in this one. Also bottled at 46% ABV. They don't say anything about coloring being added. It's not very dark for a 15-year-old. So if I do add, of course, I don't know. Again, I will go look online to see if I can find information. As usual, I don't like spending time online or checking out the reviews of other people. So I will do a little bit of a digging afterwards to see if I can find any information. Of course, at 46% ABV, it's probably non-chill filtered. And the cost when I bought it was about 50 euros for a full bottle, 70 centiliters. So without further ado, on the nose, cheers. Wow, that is so nice. Something that I get is a little bit of a popcorn or buttered popcorn note, but I get that butter note. Quite similar for me to a bourbon, which is a little bit strange for me. I don't know how much bourbon was left in this glass, but I do get a little bit of a bourbon note and a buttery note, like a little butterscotch maybe. But definitely the butter note is quite prevalent for me. Also then get fruits, quite a lot of fruits. And I think it's more like a red apple note. Not a pear, but definitely a sweet red apple. Nice. And I also get a little bit of a cut grass, a freshly cut grass, that little green type of smell. But very faint. A vanilla sauté. Yeah, that is, and the sweetness is quite sweet on the nose. I get a little hint of a oak coming out, but it's quite balanced. Oh, that's really nice on the nose. A little bit of a citrus note, but very faint. Reminds me a little bit of a sweet marmalade. That homemade one, not the ones in the tin that's very bitter and tart, which is quite sweet on the nose. I'm a little bit surprised on the alcohol. At 46% ABV, I was thinking it's going to be quite a little bit of a kick. I don't get that. Even if I put my nose in it, it's very mild. A little bit of a apricot, a dried apricot. Yeah. A little bit of a baking fruit. Something I'm a little bit surprised. It's got me a little bit of a sherry influence. And I'm not sure, I don't think there is supposed to be sherry in this. But I do get this quite a similar note as what you would get in a little bit of a light, short sherry finish, maybe a month or two just to finish it off. I do get that, but I'm not sure if it's going to be a sherry cask finish. I don't know. I will also again look a bit later. And a little bit of a caramel note coming out as well. So quite pleasant on the nose. On the taste, cheers. Very sweet. Actually, at 15 years, I was thinking it's going to be quite a lot of oak in it. On the first sip, very little oak. Actually, almost no oak. Maybe on the second though, I've picked it up a little bit earlier in my videos, that normally the first sip you don't get it oak, but here by the third and fourth sip you get quite a lot of a build-up of oak, and this one, not so much on the oak. So the sweetness is there. There's a little bit of a spice, and I think that is also coming out from the alcohol at 46%. So there is a little bit of a spice, maybe a little bit of a pepper note as well. And now I get this on the second sip. I get a little bit of the oaky notes coming out, but not unpleasant. So it's something more like a little bit of a espresso note. With a little bit of a milk, probably not espresso, more cafe latte, but there is a bitterness, but it's not overpowering. So I get a little bit of the sherry notes again, a little bit of a dried fruit mixture in it. Very strange. So I think it doesn't taste that strong for me, even at 46%, but I think I'm going to add a little bit of water to it, not much. It is a small one, maybe 3 or 4 drops, just to see what water will do to it. So I'm just going to add a little bit. So on this one, I add about maybe 3 drops of water. So the first thing that I pick up with a little bit of water, it does become a little bit more sweeter. But now I get a little bit of a bourbon note to it. Something with a little bit of a corn note. It's the first time that I picked that up in a whiskey from Scotland. But it reminds me a little bit of a bourbon. I also get a little bit of a floral note now. It's been elevated. A hint of a ginger coming out with a little bit of water. It's more, now for me, a little bit more into a toffee note. It was a caramel, but now it's a little bit of a sweet toffee, a nice English toffee. I also get now a little bit of a cinnamon note coming out. And also a little bit of a dusty note coming out. Quite pleasant actually. So on the taste of a little bit of water. Much sweeter. But then the bourbon note is there. That little bit of a Elijah Craig, but a hint of it. But it's not overpowering, but that is the taste what I get. Very strange, never had that. A lot less oak on the taste as well. Much sweeter for me on the taste. So really nice. So my thoughts on it, having decided to buy a small sample bottle, I think it is a winner. I think there's something that I will definitely buy again. Maybe 2 or 3 bottles just to make sure that I have some stock available. Really nice. Score wise, I will give it a 87 out of 100. Really well done. So for me, go out and buy it. If you don't like it a little bit oaky, put a little bit of water in and you will be quite happy. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I see you next time. Cheers.